Managing multiple Snapchat accounts seems like child's play until you try to move beyond the second account. That's when the house of cards collapses. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about a headache many of you are familiar with: Snapchat chaos. Imagine this. You're constantly logging out and back in, bombarded with verification required loops, losing passwords, and worst of all, receiving accidental restrictions simply for behaviors the algorithm deems careless. If you're a media buyer, a global brand manager, or simply someone who values their privacy, stick with me. Today, I'm not just going to show you how to connect accounts. I'm going to give you the blueprint for setting up a professional multi-account system designed to withstand Snapchat audits. Our goal today is ambitious but necessary. We're going to transform that chaos into a surgical workflow. By the end of this video, you will have set up a clean system for 3 Snapchat identities on a single computer. Keep your credentials so organized that you could delegate them to a team tomorrow. Reduce false positives that cause preemptive bans. And most importantly, and secure daily routine. But before we get into the technical details, a word of warning. Watch this video to the end. I'll not only cover the theory, but also show you the exact setup I use. And as a reward for your attention, I'll tell you how to get 2 gigabytes of free proxies so you can block your account from the very beginning. Without proxies, you're browsing with a target on your back. In the next step, we're going to design the account map. It's a simple document, but it guarantees to prevent 90% of human error. If you don't know where you stand, Snapchat will find you first. Let's start with the basics. Officially, Snapchat is quite clear. They allow up to 2 accounts per physical device, 1 personal and 1 business. The catch is that only one can be active at a time. For the average user who wants to see dog filters, this is enough, but you're not an average user. If you manage e-commerce, brands in different countries, or multiple customer service channels, 2 accounts are a prison. Why do we need more? Global brands. You can't mix content from Spain with content from Mexico or the United States. The algorithms and languages clash. Privacy. Separating your public life from your business life is vital to avoid damaging your personal brand. Market segmentation. Different niches require different identities. Our focus here isn't spam. Let me be clear. We're looking for security. We want to protect your digital assets, avoid confusing signals to the server, and reduce accidental restrictions. Step 1. The account map. Pause the video right now. Don't continue if you don't have a spreadsheet open. We're going to build your account map. If you try to keep this in your head, you're going to fail. You need these required columns. Account label. Example. Personal U.S. business client A. Unique email address. No derivative emails or similar. Unique phone number. This is where most people fail. Recovery method. Where does the code go? To what physical device? Purpose. Define in 1 sentence what this account is for. Access. Who has the keys? You or an assistant? Red line rule. Define what should never be done with this specific account. Snapchat is ruthless about this. If you use the same number to verify 3 accounts and 1 is compromised, the other 2 will be compromised by association. Rule number 1. Each account has its own unique number. Password management. Don't use password 123 for everything. Use a password manager like Bitwarden or LastPass. At the very least, Bitwarden comes highly recommended. It offers generous plans, including a pretty good free version, and has a great password generator. I highly recommend using a password manager to avoid mistakes, keep your accounts active, and prevent future errors. More than 2 accounts, human memory is your worst enemy. Order is your armor. Step 2. Choose the method. There are many ways to trick the system, but only one is professional. Let's look at the options available to you. Method A, the official one. 2 accounts on one mobile phone. Use this if you're just a small freelancer. Method B, multiple devices. This is extremely expensive, inefficient, and a logistical headache. It's not scalable. Method C, Chrome profiles. You can create profiles in your browser and use Snapchat Web. But be careful. Cookies leak, malicious extensions can steal your data, and Snapchat easily detects that you're using a standard browser for bulk tasks. It's a reckless method. Method D, anti-detection browser, the recommended one. This is the route taken by professionals. This involves creating watertight compartments, separate environments where each account thinks it's on a different computer. Which one to choose? If you need more than 2 accounts and your money is important to you, choose the professional separation. Don't play Russian roulette with your accounts. Step 3. What you shouldn't touch. Before telling you what to use, I'll tell you what to avoid like the plague. App cloners and modified versions of Snapchat. Apps like Parallel Space or 2 accounts seem like a magic solution, but they're honey traps. Snapchat detects these virtual environments instantly. The security risk is extremely high, and the restrictions are usually permanent. We're going to build a clean workflow, not a temporary patch. Step 4. Technical configuration. For this tutorial, we'll use GoLogin. Why? Because it's the tool that best manages browser fingerprints. It allows each profile to have its own hardware identity, different simulated RAM, graphics card, and of course, IP address step-by-step configuration. Create your profiles. Don't call them account 1, account 2. Be specific. Use suffixes, Snap US marketing, Snap personal vlogs, proxy assignment. This is non-negotiable. 1 proxy per profile. If you use the same IP address for 3 profiles, Snapchat will see you as the same person in 3 different windows. Profile 1 proxy, A.profile 2 proxy, B.profile 3 proxy C.health check. GoLogin has a check proxy button. If it's not green, don't log into Snapchat. Period. Notice this. I open profile A, Google, what is my IP address? It shows me 1 IP address. I close it. I open profile B. Search the same thing. It shows me a different IP address. This is what Snapchat sees. 2 different people on 2 different continents using different devices. That's security. Step 5. The daily behavior protocol. Having the tool isn't enough. You have to know how to use it. If you buy a Ferrari but don't know how to drive, you're going to crash. If your account is new, don't run ads or start adding 500 people on the first day. For the first 7 to 14 days, behave like a human. Watch stories, post a casual snap, adjust your Bitmoji. If you act like a bot, you'll be treated like a bot. Don't jump from one profile to another in seconds. Wait at least 15 or 20 minutes between sessions. And please avoid robotic patterns. Don't log into Don't log into all your accounts at exactly 9 a.m. every day. Randomness is your best ally for appearing natural. Payment separation. If you run ads, use different cards. If you use the same credit card for 5 accounts and one is banned for a policy violation, the other 4 will be automatically reviewed. Use virtual cards or different banks for each identity. Common mistakes and quick so let's review why people fail. Reusing your phone, fatal mistake. Receiving services. Each account should have its own phone number for recovery and verification. Using cloning tools, mistake. Using these cloning tools is high risk and a common red flag. Please don't use them. Switching between accounts quickly, mistake. You should wait at least 15 to 20 minutes before logging into another account and avoid repeating login times to prevent raising suspicion. And remember to act like a human when creating a new account using the same proxy. If you save money on proxies, you'll spend it on buying new accounts. Not using a password manager. I forgot my box. Always try to use a password manager and write down your passwords in the account map. This prevents account loss, as it's very easy to forget your password if you don't. Skipping the pre-check. Before starting work, run your profile through iFay.com. If there are WebRTC leaks or inconsistencies in the canvas, it usually takes a little while to load, but don't worry. This page analyzes your browser and its extensions, your location, the proxy's IP address, hardware, and software to detect if you're a real person, a VPN, or even a bot. This will ensure that websites don't know you're using multiple accounts and that you don't raise suspicions that could lead to account blocks. Once the page finishes loading, it will show you all the information, and if anything is highlighted in red, it means something is wrong, and you should use a different proxy to avoid problems. Snapchat will know you're using masking software. Before we go, make sure you've completed everything. Is your account map complete? Does each account have a unique email and phone number? Have you installed GoLogin and configured separate proxies? Have you tested my IP? And has everything changed correctly? Are you patient enough for the 14-day warm-up period? If you've done all of this, you now have a system that 99% of Snapchat users don't even know exists. You're operating at the level of an elite marketing agency. Anyway, here's a checklist with everything discussed above. The official limit of 2 accounts, personal plus business on one device, is understood. Account map created, single email plus single phone plus recovery. Avoid cloners / modified third-party applications of high risk. The priority separation method was chosen for many accounts that anti-detection browser used as operational layer. GoLogin profiles created and clearly labeled .1 proxy per profile. The My IP check shows different IPs / locations per profile. The standard operating procedure for preparation and behavior was applied 7 to 14 days. No rapid changes. Avoid identical patterns. Optional pre-check via ifay.com as suggested in the article. Setting this up takes time, but losing an account with thousands of followers or clients takes a second. Protect your work. If you want to replicate this exact setup, get a 40% discount on your management tool and claim those 2 gigabytes of free proxy storage I mentioned earlier. Click the link I left in the description and the first pinned comment. Don't start from scratch. Start with a head start. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today. I know that at first, setting up spreadsheets, managing proxies, and waiting for a few days of warm-up before operating at full capacity might seem tedious. But think of it this way. How much is the peace of mind of knowing that your accounts will still be there when you wake up tomorrow worth to you? In this digital world, speed is important, but resilience is everything. Setting up this system isn't an expense of time. It's an investment in the infrastructure of your business or your personal brand that I'd love to know what level you're at. Are you managing just a couple of accounts for your business? Or are you a media buyer handling a whole fleet of identities? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And your questions are often the seed for my next technical tutorial. If there's any part of the Go login process or IP management that has caused you friction, write it below. We're here to learn together. If this video has brought you even a little clarity amidst the Snapchat chaos, please give it a like. It costs you nothing, and it helps us get the same positive treatment from the algorithm as we give our accounts. Subscribe if you want more strategies and tools that actually work in 2026. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video, where we'll probably talk about how to verify accounts without losing your mind. Thanks for watching until the end, for your time, and for your trust. See you in the next video. Best of luck with those accounts. Bye-bye.